Are you in your senior years, looking back at the road you've traveled, but feeling like there's more you could be doing? Are you questioning if you're really making the most of your time, your potential, and your happiness? If so, you're not alone. Many people in their senior years are in a similar position, facing personal or professional struggles, wondering if they've reached their peak, or if they can still take on something new. But let me tell you something, it's never too late. This moment, right now, is an opportunity for transformation. The truth is, you are capable of so much more than you might realize. But to unlock that potential, you need to stop doing a few things that might be holding you back. We're going to explore these 5 things that could be limiting your progress. By the end of this journey, you'll have the tools to shift your mindset and take action because it's your time to thrive. Let's talk about these habits and behaviors that might be keeping you stuck. These aren't just small, everyday things. These are patterns of thinking and doing that are actually undermining your happiness, your health, and your future. What's standing in your way is often not what you think it is, it's what you're allowing to stand in your way. I know it's not easy. Change never is. But once you see these things for what they are, and you decide to let them go, you'll be amazed at how much more energy, joy, and purpose you'll find in your life. The 5 things that you need to stop doing now in your senior years are: letting fear dictate your actions, holding on to outdated beliefs, neglecting your health, settling for mediocrity, and fearing change. Sounds like a lot, right? But trust me, these habits are more common than you think. And, more importantly, they can be changed. We'll dive deeper into each one, breaking them down and understanding their impact. Then, I'm going to walk you through a series of actionable steps to help you break free from each of these behaviors, so you can live the life you deserve. The first step to transformation is always the hardest. But if you're here, reading this, you're already making that first step. So let's dive into why these 5 things are so limiting and how we can start to change them together. The first habit you need to let go of is letting fear control your decisions. It's easy to let fear creep in, especially as we age. The world feels more uncertain, and our bodies don't function the way they used to. The fear of what might happen tomorrow, next week, or next year can easily overwhelm us. But here's the hard truth. Fear is often based on what-ifs and not actual reality. The longer you let fear dictate your actions, the more you'll miss out on opportunities to grow, learn, and thrive. Let me ask you, how many times in the last few months have you held back from doing something you've wanted to do because of fear? Maybe you've wanted to travel but convinced yourself it's too late. Maybe you've had an idea for a hobby or project but told yourself, "I'm too old for that." Or maybe there's something you've been meaning to change in your life, but fear of failure has stopped you in your tracks. Here's the thing, fear is a natural part of life. It's there to protect us. But when it becomes a barrier that prevents us from even trying, it's no longer serving us. The key is learning to step through fear instead of avoiding it. Start by taking small steps toward things that scare you. It could be as simple as picking up the phone to call an old friend, or signing up for a class you've always wanted to take. Fear is not an enemy, it's a signal that growth is on the other side. Next, we have the habit of holding onto outdated beliefs. We all carry beliefs that were formed years ago, some of which no longer serve us. These beliefs often come from our upbringing, past experiences, or the expectations of others. But if you're still holding on to beliefs about what you can't do, what you're too old for, or what's too late for you, you're limiting yourself in ways you may not even realize. Think about it. What were you taught about aging? Many of us grew up with the idea that after a certain age, our lives slow down and our opportunities dwindle. But that's simply not true. The reality is that many people in their senior years are accomplishing things they never dreamed of when they were younger. It's time to challenge those outdated beliefs. You can change, grow, and achieve things at any stage in life. So, what can you do to start breaking free from outdated beliefs? Begin by asking yourself, is this belief helping me or holding me back? Write down the beliefs that feel limiting and challenge them one by one. For example, if you've been telling yourself that you're too old to learn a new skill, ask, why? And start finding examples of people who are learning new skills at any age. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and experiences, the more you'll realize how much potential you still have. The third habit to stop is neglecting your health. As we age, it's easy to prioritize everything else and let our health take a back seat. But your health is the foundation for everything else. If you want to enjoy your senior years with energy, vitality, and joy, you need to take your physical well-being seriously. This doesn't mean you have to run marathons or lift heavy weights, but it does mean you need to focus on movement, nutrition, and mental health. Start by setting simple health goals. If exercise hasn't been part of your routine, begin with gentle activities like walking or stretching. If nutrition has slipped, commit to incorporating more whole foods into your meals. And don't forget about your mental health practice: mindfulness, meditating, or journaling to keep your mind sharp and positive. The fourth thing you need to stop doing is settling for mediocrity. Settling happens when you stop challenging yourself, when you begin to accept less than what you truly deserve. It's easy to fall into the trap of saying, "I'm happy with what I have," or "this is good enough." But let me ask you, is good enough really what you want? You deserve more than good enough. You deserve a life that lights you up, that feels purposeful and meaningful. If you find yourself settling, ask yourself, what would it look like if I didn't settle? Dream big, even if those dreams feel far away. Then break them down into smaller, achievable steps. Don't be afraid to strive for something more. Whether it's making new friends, trying new activities, or embarking on a new career or hobby, take action that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Finally, we have the fear of change. This one is particularly challenging because, as we age, we often become set in our ways. We like our routines, our comfort zones, and the familiarity of the life we've built. But change is inevitable. It's a part of life, and resisting it only causes stress and stagnation. Instead of fearing change, start embracing it as a natural part of growth. Think of change as an opportunity for reinvention and growth. If there's something you've been wanting to change in your life, whether it's your career, your relationships, or your lifestyle, now is the time. Change might be uncomfortable, but it can also lead to some of the most rewarding and fulfilling experiences of your life. So, how do you begin to embrace change? First, acknowledge that it's okay to feel uneasy. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it's natural to be apprehensive. Start small, take one step toward the change you desire. Change is an evolution, not a revolution. Now, let's talk about putting all of this into practice. You've recognized the things that are holding you back, and you've started to see how you can change them. But what happens when you start facing obstacles? When doubt creeps in or life throws you a curveball, that's when you need to lean into your newfound mindset and strength. Overcoming obstacles is part of the process. It's not going to be easy, and there will be times when you want to quit. But remember, growth happens when you push through discomfort. When you face setbacks, don't see them as failures, see them as lessons. And keep going. Success isn't about never failing, it's about never giving up. Think of people you admire, those who have overcome challenges to achieve their goals. Maybe they've had to start over after a loss, or maybe they've pushed past their fear of failure. If they can do it, so can you. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger and more resilient. You've got this. As you continue on this journey of transformation, remember to keep your momentum going. The key to long-term success is consistency. Celebrate small wins along the way. And don't be too hard on yourself if progress feels slow. What matters is that you're moving forward. One thing you'll have to watch out for is burnout. As you work toward your goals, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of change and push yourself too hard. But balance is essential. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Your growth should feel sustainable, not exhausting. When you take care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally, you'll have more energy and clarity to keep going. Personal growth is not a destination, it's an ongoing process that unfolds throughout your life. At every stage, whether you're in your 20s, 40s, or senior years, there is always more to learn, more to discover, and more potential to unlock. The idea of personal growth often brings to mind the concept of becoming the best version of yourself, but it's much deeper than that. It's about constant evolution, embracing new insights, and continually adjusting how you approach life. Personal growth means finding new ways to engage with the world, improve your well-being, and deepen your understanding of both yourself and others. It's a lifelong journey because there is no final endpoint. It's about the ongoing process of evolving, expanding, and transforming. As you grow older, you might notice that your perception of growth changes. When you were younger, personal growth may have been tied to achieving goals, like getting a job, starting a family, or gaining recognition in a particular field. But as you enter your senior years, you may find that your growth isn't just about checking off achievements. It becomes more about living with intention, nurturing meaningful relationships, creating peace within, and having a sense of purpose. There's a beauty to this shift, too. When you're younger, personal growth is often externally driven, focused on career, success, or outward accomplishments. But as you age, the focus shifts inward. You begin to reflect on who you are, what makes you happy, and how you can continue to create meaning in your life. This reflection allows you to discover parts of yourself that were perhaps dormant or unnoticed before. The beauty of personal growth is that it never stops. You may reach one milestone and think, "I've done it." But that's the very moment when new layers of growth begin to unfold. Every experience, challenge, and success contributes to the person you are becoming. You start seeing that growth isn't just a matter of achieving more. It's about how you relate to the world and the choices you make in each moment. For example, as you continue through life, you may start to embrace the lessons that come from facing struggles and setbacks. Earlier in life, you may have viewed difficulties as roadblocks. You realize that they are opportunities to grow stronger, more resilient, and wiser. Every challenge you face can become a stepping stone, adding depth and character to your journey. You might learn to cultivate patience, understanding, and acceptance in ways that you wouldn't have imagined when you were younger. It's important to understand that personal growth is not always about achieving large goals. It's also about the small, seemingly insignificant changes that you make every day. It's about the ways you show up for yourself and others, how you make decisions, and how you adapt to life's challenges. Each day, you're presented with the opportunity to choose how you will respond to the world around you. Whether it's shifting your mindset, developing new habits, or being kinder to yourself, these daily choices accumulate and create a richer, fuller life. When we talk about creating a richer, more meaningful life, we're referring to the experiences and the satisfaction that comes from making conscious decisions to grow, evolve, and keep learning. As you age, your capacity for wisdom and self-awareness deepens. This makes life more fulfilling not just because of what you've accomplished, but because of the deeper understanding and insight you gain from your own experiences. Think about how your perspective has changed over the years. What used to matter deeply to you might now seem less important, while new passions and interests have taken center stage. This shift is part of the ongoing process of growth. And this continual transformation isn't just about getting older. It's about growing better with time, just like a fine wine that becomes richer and more complex with age. Moreover, as you continue to grow, your relationships with others also evolve. The wisdom you've gained through life's ups and downs gives you a deeper capacity for empathy, understanding, and connection. You may find yourself becoming more patient with others, able to give more generously, and open to new experiences and perspectives. Personal growth in your senior years is about more than just individual achievements. It's also about your impact on those around you. The life lessons you've learned can be shared with younger generations, helping them navigate their own challenges. This passing on of wisdom creates a ripple effect that not only enriches your life, but also the lives of others. By continuing to evolve, you can help nurture and guide the growth of those who are still on their own journeys. This process of lifelong growth is what ultimately creates a richer, more meaningful life. It's not simply about accumulating achievements, wealth, or success. It's about cultivating a life that feels deeply aligned with your values, your purpose, and your own truth. It's about finding joy in the process of learning, embracing the changes, and recognizing the beauty in becoming a fuller, wiser version of yourself as time goes on. So, as you continue on this journey of personal growth, know that every step, whether big or small, is an opportunity for deeper fulfillment. You have the chance to continue discovering new aspects of yourself. Even in your senior years, your journey of growth is about more than just making it to the next stage. It's about thriving, embracing each moment with purpose, and savoring the richness of a life well lived. The beauty of life lies in its constant ability to evolve. And as you evolve, so does your capacity to experience the depth and meaning that life has to offer. So, as you sit here reading this, I challenge you, don't let another day pass without taking action. You are in control. You have the power to transform your life. The time to stop holding yourself back is now. Take a deep breath and commit to one small action today. The journey won't always be easy, but trust me, it will be worth every step. Let's make today the day you start living the life you've always dreamed of.